All right. What's up, guys? Big Mike here. So it's the Grow Show. Pretty excited. Coach Jerry asks, and I've been getting a couple of questions. So thanks, Coach, for asking. For a quick little like, what have I been doing to lose weight and quite on lean up? Been getting shredded, ready for the summer. Mostly for beach volleyball, not actually for summer, but beach volleyball is played in the summer. So today I wanted to go through what I did, what I'm doing to maintain and continue to kind of bleed down a little bit. I've got like maybe 2 more pounds left to shred off, to be exactly where I want to be. But what I'm doing to kind of maintain that range right now and what I did to get there. So I'll share my screen here. I usually like to start. Let's see, here it is. Bam. Spreadsheet here. So I um I do a lot of tracking. Um, these are my steps. I have a ton of steps, but I'm not even gonna get into that right now because none of this is really applicable to this video. Um, so I want to start with this is where anyone I think should start. This is a great starting point. Is figuring out the laws of thermodynamics apply to everyone. So the goal is calories in, calories out. Everyone knows it. Um, there's lots of different resources out there. I'm going to put links in my description here to some of these websites that I'm pulling up, so you can just click them. But this guy, prophysique.com, he's got a good. If you scroll down on his main page, he's got this calorie calculator, which was super helpful for me. I've been using this thing since January to help figure out how much I should eat to lose a certain amount of weight per week, on top of tracking what I'm doing. Um, let's see here. So I'm 6'8". I'm bigger, so these numbers are gonna be huge. So for example, I'm 6'8". I weigh 222. My activity level is it's gonna be very active to moderately active. I would consider myself very active, but I used moderately active, and that worked well for me. So I used moderately active. Put in your name and address here because they want to spam you, and then your age up here on the top. So it's going to give you a bunch of stuff here. And this isn't exact, this is going to be a goal. So if you're looking to they'll tell you maintain your weight, lose a pound a week, lose 2 pounds per week. And then there's gaining down here. So for me, I'm somewhere between the lose a pound a week and maintain your weight. So I'm eating 3,000 calories about a day right now, because I'm not trying to lose anything quickly. I've got a couple weeks before my next volleyball competition. So it's a great starting point. So you're gonna go, okay, I need 2,000 calorie, 2,800 a day. Okay, perfect. If you're trying to lose 2 pounds a week, there you go. I think then the next part you go to are what are your macros. I'm just gonna throw up a quick spreadsheet here because I don't have the resource in front of me, but I will throw a video link in the description for who recommends this. So you've got your three macros, and it's a pretty simple calculation to me. So for me, let's just say I was trying to lose. I was at my starting point. I'm trying to lose 2 pounds a week here, so 2,300 calories in. Um, if that's right, I would say okay. Well, I need 1 gram of protein per body weight. So I'll put my body weight up, current body weight up here too, 220. So I'm gonna say, okay, you need about 1 to 1.2, would be good, especially if you're trying to like lean out and keep as much muscle as possible during this cut. Yeah, I'd go 1 times 200 and 20. That's how many grams of protein a day you would need. And then that equals a certain amount of calories too, if you're curious, which is just that number times 4. So it'd be 880 calories of that per day. For fat, a lot of people like to say 0. 0.4 grams per fat per body weight, which gives you 88. I think it's a range. I think you should be doing between 70 and 100 at my body weight. So that fits right there perfectly. To figure out how many calories is for fat, you just multiply it by 9, and then the remainder is carbs. So you can just kind of reverse engineer this, right? I can take my 2300 and then I can subtract out all the protein. I definitely clicked something wrong there. That's not a number. What? This minus this minus that value. Oh, I guess it wasn't typed in right. And then you can just reverse engineer the grams of carbs by saying that divided by 4 be 158 grams of carbs. So that would be, I would consider that pretty low carb for me. But if my number went up to 3,000 where I'm at right now, I would just type 3,000 in here, and then my carbs go up to 300, which is about right what I'm eating. I'm eating about 250 and around 300 or so right now, and like 80, 70 in here. So this makes sense. Pretty quick, easy thing to set up. Um, and so that's kind of like where I would start. I would just start there, and I would just start eating about 20. If you were me trying to lose weight, I'd eat about 2 pounds a week. I'd eat about 2,300 calories. And I would just use something like this that I could set up real quickly and be like, oh, okay, that's what I need to be eating. Um, there's a lot, like it's a very simple, and I think the laws of thermodynamics, just if you come from that simple standpoint, it makes it easy in tracking. And talking about tracking, and I'm going to add this into my descriptions, is I use the Fitbit app because I have I don't know if you can see me right now with the screen share, but I use a Fitbit which tracks my steps. And it's just really, I just use my step count to understand how much of volume I'm getting in any given week. Because some weeks are a little more than others. So, like right now, I'm ramping volume up for season, and I made this step thing. I think it's kind of dumb, but I'm using it right now just to see how it goes. But I wonder if I can just pull up my Fitbit up. I'm not gonna pull it up. But like this week, for example, I was like at 111,000 steps is what I ended up at, 110,000. So it just helps me know whether I just need to eat like just a little bit more because I don't want my energy to drop off. But all my fit friends use MyFitnessPal. This is if you don't have, I think it links with the Fitbit too, supposedly. I've just been using the Fitbit app, but this is supposedly the app to use to plug in all your stuff. And tracking, it's not to be obsessive, it's just to help you stay on track. It helps bring mindfulness. So you start learning what has a lot of protein in it, what doesn't, because that's the perspective you're coming from, is what has a lot of protein. Um, the next thing I would say, if you're looking for a resource for fitness influencers who have good advice for just getting shredded and staying lean and like really talk about muscle growth and losing body fat. I think Greg Doucette's got some of the best videos out there. He just came out with this one a couple days ago called Top 10 to Drop 10. I think it is perfect for the average person. And he talks about it in the video that pretty much you want to get rid of all the super calorically dense foods out of your house, the chips, the candy bars, anything that's gonna like, because you're just going to eat it. Um, and so get those out of the house. That would be a huge tip. And then he's got some things in here. For example, he talks about like soft candy and what to replace it with chips. He says replace chips with what Smart Pop is. Smart Pop's just like these 100-calorie popcorn bags you can get at the store. But listen to his advice. Great. Um, this guy here, I'm gonna put a link to this video. This is my favorite recipe are these pancakes. He calls them anabolic pancakes. There's just means they're high in protein. But he has tons of video recipes. So Greg has a cookbook you can buy, which I have bought and used, and it's great. It's just in a PDF. And then this guy he has a cookbook as well, but then a ton of his recipes are just in videos, and you can just watch them. And he like puts a food scale out and shows you how to weigh them and cook them and make them. Um, but what I did, I put, if you're curious too, here, I put a bunch of videos of his recipes that I really liked because he has like 100 videos of recipes. So I saved, and I'll put this in the description, the ones that I liked. He just uses, it's real simple. He uses a food scale. He throws a bunch of stuff in the food scale so he knows how much it weighs. And he already knows what that, he pretty much will say in the video at one point, you know, right here. He'll say like, "Oh, like he'll tell you what the macros were of what you just ate. This had 448 calories, 8 grams of fat, 52 grams of protein, 42 grams of carbs." Then you can just type that in as a custom item in like MyFitnessPal, and you can just save it. And then once you know how to make this recipe over and over again, you can just use that. I think picking like 10 to 12 things you like to eat and then rotating it throughout the week so you never get bored. So like I know I know now like how to make a lot of these recipes just off the bat. Um and so I'm able just to go in there like default, oh, I want anabolic French toast, which that's a Greg Doucette thing. He came up with this anabolic French toast, amazing. I can just go in there and just make it now, when I'm hungry. Um let's see what else. Um, Man, there's so many things. That was just a quick overview. That's kind of how I've tracked it. Um, yeah. So that'd be it. Anyway, I hope this is helpful. Talk to you later.